This is Mechbay, and welcome to another episode of Mechbay Dios. So I've been working on this is actually a personal project that I'm doing. I've been working on this for a day and a half, 2 days, and this one is just mostly foam work right now, and I don't even have a title for this dio, but I'm basically doing, I'm doing this more of like for my toy photography, um, stuff. So basically, my idea here is I just wanted to have like a wall that I could use as a background. Um, so this one is, like I said, it's just basically a building wall, or a decorative building wall. So it's just brick, and instead of just having a plain brick wall, decided to add a little bit more details into this, so to just have some sort of variety. um, so I could use this for like multiple um, uses, not just one kind of photo opportunity. So I decided to start creating this, different. This is kind of like the first time I've used this type of pattern for a wall or a pavement, or paving. But basically, this pattern is, simulating the those kind of like random cut stone paving that you see in some of the driveway. Actually, even in the old times, they used this kind of paving pattern. So, I kind of want to have something different, rather than just like a normal brick type paving or wall. Um, so I went with this kind of pattern, and I must say, it's very time consuming. I probably spent most of my day and a half, 2 days, just doing this. Like, so basically, what I did here is I drew this in here, um, straight on, and then after I drew the pattern here, then I came back and basically start digging in on the lines, so that you end up getting separation on some of these pieces. So you could kind of see the like the edges of each of these piece of the stone is have a groove or depressed line. So when you start doing your painting, you'll be able to pop up this stones and still have those kind of like lines in between to really delineate the paving look. So like I said, so this one is going to be the bottom part, but I could also see this being used for me as like a wall too. If you just stand this thing up, definitely I could use this for a background too, which I like, because I want some versatility on a lot of my dio backgrounds. And then again, just going in here, I start adding more decorative designs, just to create a different layering on the wall. So like for the white part are all craft foam material that I just basically just cut to the size that I want, and start kind of like just gluing it in, so to create the layers. So yeah, so like if you do like different angles, taking photo of this, for example, you'll get the different uh, kind of like shadows and different planes, kind of like showing up. So that's kind of like the purpose. I still don't know if I'm gonna add any additional like piping in here, on the walls, because I think just the way it is right now, it looks good enough. So if I start painting on this one, then it's gonna come to life. So I think I'll probably just most likely just leave the wall as it is right now. And again, I also made this so that I can expand this. So ideally, I'm gonna add another wall in here when I have the time. So this will become more of like a courtyard of some sort. Again, I still don't know what type of design it will be. So yeah, so this one is more of like a uh, a working dio than a straight up designed, dio where you just build everything up and then you're done. This one is more of like a progress type working dio. All right, but I just wanted to share, some of this foam work in here. So I was able to do additional work on this project, and like I said before, I wasn't really sure where I was going with this, but after doing some additional work in this, I decided to add this as well. So this one is going to be a part of this dio. I'm still not sure what type of building this thing is at this point. My idea is I'm just thinking of maybe making this kind of like I don't know, like a tattoo shop or something like that. Like maybe I'll add some signage. But yeah, it's definitely like an old brick type building. And as you can see, I already added or starting laying out some of my piping in here. So I'm gonna be adding like a electrical meter down here, and then this one will be like a lamp that will light up this door. And actually for those, I'm actually gonna be using this pre-made doors and windows. So let me just slide it in there. So yeah, so basically that's what's gonna look like. Again, I continued what I did from these first piece that I did, the random cut stone at the bottom, just to kind of unify both of these. And the same idea that I did over here, using raised bricks to add as a decorative wall piece. I kind of spilled that on this side as well, but in this case I used a square pattern for that, just to add a little bit more of a design feel to it, like decorative design piece. But pretty much kind of like similar to this one. And as you can see, this one already started priming. So for the most part, it's pretty good already. There are some parts that you could still kind of see the pink part. So I might go back in there and do another layer of black prime. And yeah, just because I usually want to make it like really covered in black, so that later on you won't have any problem of paint chipping and stuff like that. The more layer that you put, the better. And again, in this one right here, I started laying out some of my electrical piping. So again, I'm gonna be adding lamps, working lamps in here, so kind of like to illuminate the bottom part right here. So like if you stand it up, this will be kind of like on the sidewalk or something like that. So like you could put a figure and kind of light the pathway or something like that. And then I also decided to do some sort of like a exit ladder from the roof, like going down. So I'll be working on that. But you know, just to give an idea what's gonna look like, I lay them out in there. So yeah, it's actually getting better than I thought. So hopefully I'll be able to do some more work on this, and I'll be able to show you guys. So here's the completed diorama, and as you can tell right now, it's a little bit different than what I initially have in mind in terms of my design. Um, you could kind of see that the floor for this is different than what I originally planned as well. So I just felt that when I was going through the process of the design for this, that that the original plan that I have for this of having the random cut paving just doesn't jive with this structure right here. And so I created this base, which I didn't really went over in the initial design video, but I just wanted to show you guys that it's pretty simple design. So basically, it's just kind of like an asphalt type paving with some debris. I added this sewer or manhole in there, and then also added this kind of like underground utility box, and with kind of like underground piping running. So the idea there is that this piece right here is actually added after the fact. So that's why they end up cutting through the paving to install the pipe. That's why you see that kind of exposed location where the pipe was run. So basically they dig a hole in there, or did a trench, and then put the pipe, and then put the pipe, and then covered it again, and then put concrete over. So that's kind of like the idea there. And then just some additional damage effect in the ground. I usually add that in my paving most of the time, because just an added option for photography. They want to use the ground to do some sort of effect, like punching or something like that in the ground. That will be an option. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys that I also finished that original idea that I have. So this one is also painted already, and as you can see, it's in comparison, it's just a little bit it doesn't really jive. I mean, that's basically it for me. um, so I'm I might be able to use this in other stuff, which I actually have some plan for this right now. I'm actually currently working on a kind of like a temple type dio, and I think this will be perfect for that. So it won't go to waste. I'm still gonna be using this, and like I said, this is also good for like other floor bases, for maybe other dios when I do like a mix and match dio pieces, and maybe I could use this one for that kind of use. But anyway, going back to this dio, yeah, and again, the additional changes in this one is I end up instead of, I think my original plan was to have an exit ladder that runs from the rooftop all the way kind of like down, just as like a one piece structure. But through the design, I decided to go ahead and basically break up the ladder and create this kind of like the balcony. So which is actually turned out pretty good because it really goes well with this design. Having kind of like that, um, almost like a back alley, urban, gritty urban type look, which I end up going for in this diorama. And majority of this balcony is made from balsa wood and some crap foam as well. Uh, I actually used a like a real like metal mesh for my flooring there, so that came out well as well. This is removable, so if I wanna put this away, this can be taken out and stored. I mean, this is one whole piece right here, but this can be taken out of the wall. That's what I'm saying. The same thing for the ladders. Those can be taken out. And yeah, so that's kind of like the major change based on what I originally planned. So just getting a close up. The door came out pretty good. Dirty that thing up. I basically end up spraying, using a spray paint on the door because I tried doing brushing that, and it just doesn't look good because I end up getting some inconsistency on the coverage. And yeah, so I just went with a red spray paint. Of course, I masked the the frame because that door is one whole piece. It is a working door, so if you press that, it should open up. um, so that's what end up with the that window over there. So I added that electrical box in there. That's made from insulation foam as well, and some recycled materials that I'm actually doing like a little separate how to video for electrical boxes after this. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit of like how I put that together. So watch out for that video. um, Again, this lamp right there is the mini desk lamp from Dollar Tree, and that's the windows at the top. Added additional kind of like emergency type box in there for the lights. The pipes itself, like the layout, also changed from my original plan. So the way I run the pipes a little different, and that's because of this one right here. When I decided to go for this one, the layout for the piping that I originally have kind of had to change because I just couldn't do something that will kind of get in the way with this. So that's what happened there. And in terms of like how I attach the pipe, this is actually the first time I did this method. I decided to use paper clips to get those in. I mean, I've tried different methods of attaching my pipes in the foam, and this is probably one of the best look that I have because that paper clip in there looks kind of like a natural attachment that you'll see in real life setting for how to attach how the pipe is usually run on the walls. So I might be sticking in that method for the remainder or future Dio projects that I'll be doing. And this is kind of like the first full-on stab at doing graffiti work on a dio, and I'm not really a natural graffiti artist like some of the other dio makers are. So for me to do this kind of graffiti work, it probably takes way longer than normal graffiti artists will do this kind of stuff. But it turns out pretty good, so I'm kind of proud of myself for doing that. And yeah, I'll be experimenting on more graffiti work on some future dio stuff, so that'd be good. And I added a lot of different types of posters along the wall just to add that gritty kind of like back alley look. Here's another electrical box with the meter and some additional utility boxes in there, and actually that came out good. I added that's the first time I actually used a label to actually show kind of like the meter in my electrical boxes, and that came out pretty good. So yeah, overall this diorama came out pretty good. I did some test pictures in here, and it actually looked really good. I mean, in terms of like the realism, it's it's really good. I mean, I'm not bragging or anything like that, but at the end of the this video, I'll be adding pictures that I took so you guys could kind of see what this one looks like in photography type setting. And again, this is collapsible. So basically I have three main pieces in this diorama. So basically you have this floor, that back wall, and then this side front of the building over here. They are all magnetized, right here and then at the bottom. So if you decide to take those away, you can. All the lights right here are removable since they are independent anyway. They're not wired or anything. They're battery operated. So those can be taken out. And these are also removable. I didn't really glue this on there, so it can be taken out. Even the plastic kind of like glass for the windows are removable. So if I want to have a more kind of like clear window, then I could just take them out and that would work. Again, this dio is actually more of a personal project that I did. This one is not a commission, and so I'll probably be using this in a lot of my toy photography or ACBA stuff pictures. And just to give you guys an idea of the scale, I'm gonna have Daredevil stand right there, and so there you can kind of see how big this one is. And the dimension for this diorama is 28 wide, 25 inches tall, and about 16 inches deep. And yeah, so that's about it. This one is a wrap, and really like how this one turned out. So thank you for joining me, and watch the pictures at the end of this video. See you guys later. Okay, bye bye.